Closer. 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 React! Greetings, YouTube world. That's the only accent you'll hear during this video, other than my natural accent. Let me ask you this, world. People tend to enjoy various accents: French, German, English, Australian. Does anyone think an American accent is appealing or sexy? I've never heard anyone describe it as such, and I would agree if that's the feeling. If no one considers it to be something that is a turn on, I understand. Maybe since I grew up fully immersed in this American English, the accent doesn't sound like an accent to me. Maybe if you're in Britain, a British accent doesn't sound like an accent. If you're in Australia, an Australian accent doesn't sound like an accent. But I don't consider our way of speaking to be very interesting. It's like they stripped away any bit that was interesting. But again, I don't know what I'm talking about. So that's the question of the day. Is the American accent appealing to anyone who's not from America? Or do you think it's drab? Hey, welcome into my little home. This is where I do my reactions on a channel that's called ToolFanReacts. Hey, you're here. You found your way. YouTube has guided you to me. YouTube must consider me to be someone that might pique your interest. You will be the judge as to whether or not YouTube is horribly mistaken. But in any event, while you are here, if you would care to subscribe, that would be incredible. And please also leave a like on my video or videos. And if you want to be notified when I post something new, hit that bell. And as you may or may not know, all the reactions come from you so far. There are a couple things I plan to react to on my own that are not suggestions, but they're just something I want to hear. And now since I'm doing this, I might as well just record it and listen to it for the first time on camera. But if you would like to leave a comment down below with something that you would like me to react to, please do so, and I will put it on the list. Today we are going to be visiting another song by The Who, the Mongolian rock group or Mongolian metal group that plays traditional Mongolian instruments and also uses very traditional Mongolian singing techniques, that deep throat singing. They've been quite intriguing, and I've enjoyed listening to them. I have a bit of a love-hate relationship so far with these guys. They have, not that this is any concern to you, but they've decided to hold true to their copyright claim on the 2 videos I've posted so far, even denying my appeal. So in that case, the copyright claims will remain, which I predict will be the case here as well. But that's not why I do this. I do it for the journey. I do it to learn. I do it to get to know everyone out there who is passionate about the music they like, and so much so that they want to share it with others or see how others take to the same thing. That's kind of a big element of humanity, right? You want to be able to share experiences and feel relatable and feel connected to others through said experiences and interests. So I think that's what's appealing about these reaction videos. You yourself really love something, and you suggest that someone who is not aware of it check it out for themselves and hope that they feel the same way. Or maybe you want to see someone hate on something. Does anyone suggest anything they don't like to get a negative, or to hope for a negative reaction? Does that happen? Or do you only suggest things that you like? I would think that's more the case. You're suggesting things you like versus dislike. So I seem to be going on more extended rants, or these intros tend to be dragging on a little bit more. We'll see if that works for me. I think that maybe I will. Yeah, who knows? This is my experiment. You don't need to hear the details. It's boring. Also, please check out my lovely little podcast called High School Famous. New episodes post every single Tuesday. And don't worry, it's not just me talking to myself. It's myself and my friend Matt. And we have known each other since prior to high school. But I didn't consider him someone I liked as a friend until high school. And I think he is the same, which is why we went with High School Famous versus something weird like pre-high school famous or middle school famous. Although in our area we called it junior high school. I think it's largely more known as middle school, but we're weird. So anyway, boom. And with all that out of the way, we're going to check out the Metallica cover, Sad But True, by The Who. I'm familiar with the original, so I don't need to react to that one first. I've known about that song, and because that song came out in 91, I believe, when the Black Album came out. That was their like mega breakout album that featured, Enter Sandman and various other hits. But anyway, so I'm quite familiar with the original song Sad But True, and I was told to check out The Who and their version of it. So, all right, here we go. Okay, I one thing I do like is their videos. They tend to open very cinematically, like a movie. They even put up the title. I like their take on videos. I like what they do. Okay, sorry. Let me jump back to the beginning. Here's what I'm going to start doing now. I will pause. I'll talk about things, and then I'll go back a little bit so to make sure we don't miss anything. So let's carry on. Okay, so I respect this a lot. It's really easy to. One thing about covering a song is most of the time it's just a band playing the song. Fully, it's just a mimic of the original. And I much prefer when a group will actually make it their own song. You can tell they're doing this here. The intro and some of the little breaks, they're using some of those Mongolian strings. Not. I mean, guitars are stringed instruments too, but it's not just a guitar sound that's making all of these notes or hitting all these notes on some of these parts. And of course, the vocal delivery is very, very signature. The Who. And I mean, they're even not, they even are singing it in their own language. So, yes, I'm liking this so far. Let's go on. Also, oh, you know what? I didn't go back like I said I was going to, but I'll go back this time. This video, the production value, you could tell this must be a much more expensive video than the others. The others were on a location, and you can tell they were out somewhere just performing the song. This has scenes and visual effects. This is likely to be someone in front of a green screen even, and the background maybe is digital. All that stuff, not what I've seen in their previous 2 videos. I did Wolf Totem, and I did another one. I'll put a thing up for it somewhere, and it'll link to it. Anyway, I'll link the other ones and the playlist. I made a playlist for them. So, I'll go back a little bit. I can't tell. Is that like a falcon? No, that's not a falcon. It's like a blackbird or a crow or something, maybe. Very sinister. I really hope, and I'm sure it's not, but this is this is a cover of a song by a very large, famous American band. So it's possible that, at least on the American side, that this is their big hit or their biggest, most well-known song. I hope it's not. I hope it's not, because I know that sometimes a group's big hit is a cover of someone else's song, and these guys have enough of an audience and a following on their own merit that I would predict that this is not their biggest song. Maybe in America it is, simply because it is a Metallica cover, but America's not everything. There's a whole world that's not America. America needs to stop thinking it's the sort of pinnacle of everything that can be. So, very cool. Gonna go back a little, and let's carry on. the like, during that solo at the end there, the guy started sort of splitting. There were multiple sort of images superposed over itself. It kind of looked like in the Matrix, the first Matrix, when they showed when I think the first time you really see when they're on the rooftop of one of these buildings, and the first time you see one of the agents. What are the agents called? Are they just called agents? There was Agent Smith was the main guy, but then there was another guy on this rooftop that was dodging these bullets, and there's just it's like it's to suggest that he's moving so fast that your eyes can't keep up, and you're seeing multiple positions of himself at the same time. That's what that reminded me of. Anyway, blah, 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 blah. I want to see that again. There it is again. Even that sort of squealing string underneath the main note. A lot of cool, interesting little choices here. I'm gonna hear that again. You'll hear the main no 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 no, but behind it there's that sort of sporadic, fluctuating, high pitched sort of squealy note. Who was that guy? Like millions of people around the world, Metallica has been a huge influence and inspiration for us as music fans and musicians. We admire their 40 years of relentless touring and the timeless, unique music they have created. It is a great honor to show them our respect and gratitude by recording a version of Sad But True in our language and in the style of The Who. Oh, that was awesome. All right, that was Sad But True by The Who. I loved that sort of outro there with the message to Metallica about how they respect their work and how they wanted to honor and show their respect by making this cover of their song. That little bit, was that, like, if I were to just listen to the album, was that little outro there on the song itself, because that could be an outro to the song, or that could be sort of an interlude, a track between songs, or maybe it's just solely featured in the video. But either way, I thought that was a cool piece too. Yeah, this had the energy of the original. It had its own style. It had their own unique musical choices they made, which really added to the song. And yeah, they could easily have done it in English, but I think it's better that they chose to do it in their native language. And the video itself was very visually appealing. Like I said, I think a real step up from their previous videos I've seen, the two I've seen before this. So, yeah, I think I'm liking these guys as I continue to hear more of them. So, that was my reaction. I hope you enjoyed it. If you so choose, please subscribe to my channel, like the video or videos that you choose to watch. And if you want to get notified when I post something new, hit that bell. And if you also would care to, you could check out the podcast I do with my friend Matt called High School Famous. A new episode posts every Tuesday. And we're silly and fun, and we don't take ourselves very seriously, and don't expect to learn anything. We often don't know what we're talking about. Sometimes we do look some things up, in which case we learn, but it's likely something you already know for yourself or selves. Anyway, ciao, arrivederci, au revoir, goodbye, aloha, das vidanya, other ways to say so long.